Hello guys, once again this is Shani Ali Khan for you, and right now I am here with one of the multi-talented Mr. Kafi Manjoor sir. So now I am just conducting this interview on the basis of 21st century education of Bihar. So actually sir, I want to ask one thing. What is 21st century skills?
Basically, when I heard about 21st century, the team, that is the people are doing very excellent job. First of all, congratulating you for doing this awesome job. It is the need of this hour. 21st century is what? 21st century is innovative ideas, creativities in the field of education. That if we see the education system of India, especially Bihar, that there is a great tradition style. The teachers are only instructing and teaching, and they are not extending it to the house. So I think that in 21st century includes exchange of thought, innovation, creativity, and the skill development of the student. That is what the best way that we can do.
Okay, so nowadays during COVID-19, we are come over digital classes. So what's your thinking, what's your opinion about digital classes? Because some of the parents, what we observed, what we experienced really, they don't need for their students digital class.
Look, online classes may be substitute but not the solution. The online era has started, but I would like to suggest the students that online classes can be the substitute only. It cannot be the solution. You have to get the knowledge in offline mode also. Because if we finish and if we exist all the things of the online class, if we totally depend upon online classes, we are going to have the generation which will not feel the ethics of the education. The morality will be no. There will be no morality, there will be no ethics in the students. And for overall development of the students, ethics and morality plays an important role. Learning doesn't mean that you're watching the videos and you're getting the things, okay? Information and gathering of information, gathering or gaining of knowledge can be attained from the different sources. This is the internet era, and we can get the education from the different sources, okay? The content is on YouTube, the content on the different social media platform is flooded with that. The content is flooded. But what we need to develop the student. And a student can be developed with the mixing of education as well as amalgamation of ethics and mannerisms and etiquettes and all things. Okay? So therefore I would like to suggest that online platform can be used only to gain the knowledge, but offline platform can be used for the overall development of the students.
Thank you, sir. What I experienced in our society, especially in Bihar,
Yes.
parents want to just send their students in 2 or 3 fields, just engineering, medical, and somehow if they know my child is very intelligent, so they prefer IAS. So only 3 or 2 is there.
Look, it happens because the parents need to be aware also. If I say that the student as well as the parents need to be aware. Because the parents think only that engineering and the medical are the important part, and apart from that IAS, UPSC. But if you go through the education, vistas education, opportunity of the education, you will find hundreds of the courses. And I would like to suggest the students who are listening to this interview that you should Google your career, that what can you do. And the career which is originating now, the creativity which is coming now, the inception of the new technology which is coming now, you must be adept of that. Those are the days when the people who used to become engineers and doctors. No doubt engineering and doctors are the hot field and hot cake. But apart from that, there are different and hundreds of the opportunities and hundreds of the careers options which are available with the student, and they can choose those options also, and they can mold their career in a proper manner, and they can become a successful entrepreneur. They can become a successful professions in the life. That is why I would like to suggest you that you must Google yourself first to go through in any kind of the field. Before going through any kind of the field, go through the thing that you want to do. And interest is the important thing. You should think that what you want to do basically. Don't go only your father is telling, your mother is telling, your bhaiya is telling. No. Basically, you have to do the things, and after all, you have to know the things. Okay? Jhenna to api ko last में. That's why you have to choose your option, your career in very categorically and very systematically. That's what my suggestion.
Thank you, sir. Actually, you are running English coaching over here. So, basic question for you: what is the basic things to learn English Because we are here to learn English, not remember or not, people are remembering the words, vocab and
Exactly.
thousands of phrases.
Yeah, basically. The people, the teachers who are teaching English to the different kind of students. I have been running the institute for the last 20 years and came to acknowledge the thousands of the students. So they must get involvement first. You cannot learn English by memorizing traditional grammar and traditional system of the learning. No. If you want to learn English, you have to get the environment, you should get the practice, and you have to make an ambience here overall. The friends who are in touch with you, they must be aware with some kind of the English language. Talk with them, discuss with them English, write something on the WhatsApp in English. Means English must be in your blood, English must be in your brain, and English must be in your thinking. That the passion is one of the most important. If you have the passion, you can learn English language. So I always instruct my students, the content is the thing. If you have the content, you can learn. So memorize the content rather than the traditional grammar, rather than the traditional word spelling. Go through the content, have the knowledge, and try to write something. The more you write, the more you listen, the more you learn. Learning plays an important role in learning English language. So you must listen something. Listening is an important part of the communication. Okay, a good listener can only become a good learner. So therefore, I will suggest those who dream of speaking English, that how they can speak, they must go on listening, and listening. Okay, listening is one of the first step to learn something.
My last question is for you, sir. Actually, what you feel the difference between the international education system when we compare to India?
Look, that's a very big question, very good question that you have asked to me. Really, if you go through the world education system, if you go through the Chinese education system, I was going through the Chinese education system, they differentiate from the 6th class, the science, commerce and arts stream. But what we are doing, we are differentiating after 10th class. So, education in India needs a very, very reorganized. Indian education system needs a reorganized system. It needs a great change. If we don't change the Indian education system, we are going to have a failure coming. Still, if you go Google the things that 100 top scientists of the world, you will hardly find any Indians. Why? We are not researching. This is the fact. We are getting the degrees from the colleges and the universities and doing the jobs. But we are contributing nothing in the development of the world in the modern history. Okay? No doubt we have contributed a lot in the past. We have given different things to the world. But if you see in the modern world after 1947, that Indians are not contributing major things to the world. Even your WhatsApp, even your Facebook, these are not the part of India. So why we are not contributing something to the education system? This is the big question. Because we have a lacking education system. We have a system where the student cannot develop their potentiality. So we have to think that how we can change the education system. Okay, we have to adopt the international parameter, international platform, and we can bring the change into the system. That is the big thing. Young minds need to be young. India is the youngest country of the world. If India doesn't develop by 2025 or 2030, we will not get this opportunity to develop our country again. If we are today the youngest country, we are going to have the oldest country coming. India is the youngest mind. 65% population of India is young, and we have the youngest mind. So therefore, it is our duty and responsibility to organize the young mind in a proper manner, so that the young mind can create something, can innovate something, and can do something, and can bring change into the Indian education system and our country.
I strongly agree, sir. And thank you so much for giving me your precious time here. And we will meet in next week.